Mr. Men, Little Miss, Caring, a book about empathy. This is a story about empathy. Little Miss Hug is very caring. Whenever someone is sad or hurt, she is always there with a perfectly fitting hug to make everything better. What do you do when someone is upset? Little Miss Hug is really good at understanding how other people are feeling and knows just how to respond to their emotions. Are you good at working out how someone else is feeling? This is what empathy means. Lots of the Mr. Men and Little Miss are caring. Mr. Cool took Little Miss Fun out for an afternoon at the fair after she had been unwell for a week. He knew that it was the perfect thing to make her feel like her old self again. While Little Miss Shy listened to Mr. Wrong when he told her about how things kept going wrong. She reassured him that it's okay when mistakes happen, which made Mr. Wrong feel much better and more prepared to deal with them next time. How do you show your friends that you care about them? Mr. Strong is always happy to help if someone is in need. But he's not just ready to carry heavy objects or to use his great strength to fix things. Mr. Strong is a good listener if someone needs to talk. And, like Little Miss Hug, he gives great hugs, big, strong ones that make you feel loved. Not all the Mr. Men and Little Miss think about others' feelings before their own. As you probably know, Mr. Tickle loves nothing more than tickling people. This can be the perfect thing when Little Miss Giggles needs cheering up. But he has tickled people at the worst possible time, like when he tickled Mr. Clumsy standing on a ladder, or Little Miss Inventor when she was building her latest invention. Mr. Tickle tickles people because he loves to do it, and tickling is fun, as is being tickled, but sometimes it's not the right moment. The caring thing to do would be to leave that person alone, or to speak to them and find out whether a tickle is what they want. One day, Little Miss Hug saw Mr. Tickle's extraordinarily long arm approaching Mr. Wrong as he was walking along with a troubled expression. "Mr. Tickle," she called, catching him by surprise. "I don't think now is the right time for an unexpected tickle." "Oh, really?" replied Mr. Tickle. "I think they're the best ones." "Sometimes they are," said Little Miss Hug, "but Mr. Wrong is feeling unhappy and may appreciate a supportive friend rather than a tickle." Little Miss Hug persuaded Mr. Tickle that they should go ask Mr. Wrong if he was okay, and if there was any way they could help. "Thank you for asking," said Mr. Wrong gratefully. "Things have gone wrong again. I bought Little Miss Shy a balloon for her birthday, and it's just blown away." "Oh dear, that's a shame," replied Little Miss Hug. "But don't worry, accidents happen. Mr. Tickle may be able to help." To which Mr. Tickle looked up to the trees where the balloon had landed, and he used his extraordinarily long arm to bring it back down and give it to Mr. Wrong. "Thank you, Mr. Tickle. That's very kind," he said with a huge smile. "Long arms are good for tickles, hugs, and reaching things," laughed Little Miss Hug. "Would you like me to carry it for you, so you don't need to worry about it floating away again?" asked Mr. Tickle kindly. "Yes, please," beamed Mr. Wrong. Meanwhile, Little Miss Shy was actually with Little Miss Bossy, though Little Miss Bossy wasn't showing much empathy. Little Miss Bossy was telling Little Miss Shy in a rather loud voice that she must have a party to celebrate her birthday. Now, as you may know, Little Miss Shy is far too shy for big parties where she is the center of attention. She had been looking forward to a quiet day doing her favorite things instead. "Nonsense!" snorted Little Miss Bossy. "A birthday calls for a party, and that is what you shall have." Do you think Little Miss Bossy is being caring by suggesting a party? No, she is not. Little Miss Bossy is thinking about what she would do, rather than what her friend wants. A true act of kindness is done with consideration for the person it's meant for, not because it makes the giver happy. Mr. Strong could hear Little Miss Bossy shouting, and he decided to intervene. He had just finished fixing Farmer Field's barn and was on his way home for a 30-egg omelet when he saw another friend in need. Mr. Strong knew that Little Miss Shy would be feeling overwhelmed and would appreciate some help. "What do you do when you realize someone is in need?" "Good morning to you both," smiled Mr. Strong. "Now what is happening here, Little Miss Bossy?" "I'm just telling Little Miss Shy that she must have a birthday party," shouted Little Miss Bossy. "Do you want a birthday party, Little Miss Shy?" asked Mr. Strong kindly, to which she shook her head. "Well, I think that answers that then, doesn't it, little Miss Bossy? Replied Mr. Strong. If there is one day we can decide what we'd like to do, I'd say that's your birthday. I see your point, said little Miss Bossy. What would be your perfect birthday, little Miss Shy? To which little Miss Shy quietly replied, I like to have a long bath and read a good book, with a cup of tea and some chocolate. The simple pleasures in life make me happy. That sounds wonderful, little Miss Shy, said Mr. Strong. I hope you have a lovely time. Yes, enjoy your birthday, added little Miss Bossy. I'll be sure to invite you to my party when I have one, if you'd like to come. That would be very nice, thank you, beamed little Miss Shy. You'll be pleased to hear that little Miss Shy did get her quiet birthday, along with some welcome surprises. Little Miss Bossy popped by to give her a much appreciated birthday present, some bath bombs for her birthday bubble bath. And Mr. Tickle also helped Mr. Wrong get his birthday balloon to her safely, with not a birthday tickle in sight. Later that day, little Miss Shy told little Miss Hug about their kind gestures over a slice of cake. And little Miss Hug gave little Miss Shy one of her amazing hugs. It was just what she needed to make her birthday absolutely perfect.